I would say I think it's really great that 𝗲𝘁𝗿 introduces this new entrepreneurship track to even focus more on developing this entrepreneurial mindset. And I'm really excited to see which new ideas will emerge and grow out of this new track. My name is Laura and I'm one of the co-founders of lavelio, an AI analytics startup based here in Leipzig. And I also recently graduated from the Master of Science program here at 𝗲𝘁𝗿. And I founded lavelio during my studies with two fellow students, Bernhard and Moritz. And at lavelio, we aim to bring content analytics to the 21st century. For that, we have developed an artificial intelligence that detects millions of data points on social media content. For example, people, but also clothing, colors, or even text and logos on the picture. And we connect them with the performance metrics such as reach and engagement. And with that, we can derive really specific success factors for the company's profiles. Our customers are B2C companies that are regularly active on social media and promote and sell their products there. And they value our capability to transform this pure data into actionable insights and to turn previous gut feeling into really database decisions. And so they can best serve their community with content they really want to see. I have always been interested in the entrepreneurship scene, and I also think Leipzig offers great opportunities for young entrepreneurs. For example, we have incubation and accelerator programs here with the 𝗲𝘁𝗿 digital space and the Spin Lab, but also many co-working possibilities and networking events and options to just exchange with other startups. And I joined my first Accelerate conference even before I started to study at 𝗲𝘁𝗿, and I was really impressed by the event, by the speakers, but also by the students who were able to organize such a big event, and in general by the whole spirit. And later, when I started my studies at 𝗲𝘁𝗿, I learned that exactly this feeling is called entrepreneurial spirit, and this entrepreneurial mindset is really present here at 𝗲𝘁𝗿. So I cannot think of a special trigger moment, but it was rather a process where the 𝗲𝘁𝗿 and the whole ecosystem definitely played one of the most important roles. I would say there are two aspects that helped me the most to start my business right out of studies or even in my studies. First, the confidence and the feeling I had that I really had acquired the necessary skills to start my own business. And second, the people around me, so fellow students, friends and family, of course my co-founders. It's always great to be surrounded by people who are passionate about something, and whether it is university projects where you would like to deliver really great results, or student initiatives who organize such big events, or in my case, people who are passionate about founding your own company, because you push each other, but in a really good sense. And in the end, when I finally decided to move on with founding a company instead of accepting a job offer from a consultancy, it just felt right. It was the right time, the right place, and the right people to start this journey. We started working on lavelio in the business plan seminar in our last semester here at 𝗲𝘁𝗿, and it was really great because we were able to build our first MVP already and got to test it with our customer group. And this was first really a hype phase, I would say, because we were also able to win the Best of Seed award and could participate in the Investors Day. And we were really confident and sure about our product and about the AI algorithm and the whole data science behind it. But to be honest, we were a little bit unsure about our target customer, whether we were addressing the right customer group. First, we focused on influencers, And a lot of people already told us or asked us why we are not considering business accounts. And we definitely had this in mind, but for a later product stage. So we first tested our MVP with influencers, and the feedback was quite often that it is a cool product, but they won't necessarily use it or pay for it. So this was a phase where we were, of course, questioning not necessarily our product, but definitely our customer decision. So we decided to pivot and focus on businesses. And this was also the time where we applied to the Digital Space program. And this was really a perfect moment because we were able to walk through the 12-week program and to test our new problem solution fit with the new customer group. And we talked to a lot of marketing managers from businesses and got a lot of feedback, and were also able to acquire our first customer with 𝗲𝗁𝗿𝗏𝗃. So this was then again a really hype phase, and I think there are always moments where you questioning your decisions, but the challenge is that you just keep motivated, adjust your product and move on. I would say my master's studies at 𝗲𝗁 prepared me very well in all business-related skills. I think of courses like problem solving and communication in the very beginning of our studies, disruptive technologies, agile working methods, and of course the business plan seminar. All these courses tackle problems and issues that I experience every day as a founder. But I would say even more important are the soft skills and the whole mindset I have developed during my studies at 𝗲𝗁. And these mindset and spirit is mainly shaped by the people, so by the lecturer, by guest speakers, by my fellow students. And I think this whole ecosystem is really great, and you learn to see opportunities, but also to challenge yourself and the status quo every time. When I look back at the very beginning of my studies, it was really difficult for me to find only one cool and innovative idea. And 2 years later, I discussed with my two co-founders new business ideas almost every coffee break. And so I definitely think that you can learn to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. Of course, the success of a startup depends on so many factors, but to have an entrepreneurial mindset and the spirit is the most important precondition to found a company at all. And 𝗲𝗁 definitely supports this learning process really, really well. And I think of courses like the business plan seminar, I mean, we built our first MVP there and got to test it with our target group. And after that, we joined the 𝗲𝗁 Digital Space program, where we were able to develop our product even further. And also courses like leading yourself or negotiation and business ethics help us a lot today. So I would say I think it's really great that 𝗲𝗁 introduces this new entrepreneurship track to even focus more on developing this entrepreneurial mindset. And I'm really excited to see which new ideas will emerge and grow out of this new track. I think first of all, taking accountability and responsibility for tasks is really important, because days of early stage startups are really busy, and it is necessary that founders see tasks that need to be done. And this also leads to a second skill that should come out of your studies, namely setting the priorities right, because there will always be at least 3 tasks that are all really urgent, but of course you cannot do all tasks at the same time, and it is necessary to prioritize them right. And another thing which is really important is teamwork, because working together with like-minded people and to achieve this common goal is one of the best things of founding your own company. But of course, this is also quite challenging, and you need to be able to deal with also challenging situations. And last but not least, I think 2 characteristics that should be a little bit balanced. First of all, the persistence to keep motivated, and even in times where it's getting hard. But on the other side, also to challenge yourself and questioning your own assumptions and adjust them if it is necessary.